Welcome back, everyone. Trey Owings here with another edition of Seahawk Central Sports. Tonight we will be recapping men's and women's soccer, taking a look at the newest member of the ACC, and introducing you to the Wilmington football team that many of you didn't know existed. So don't touch that dial because another episode of Seahawk Central Sports starts right now. Starting things off for the night, big congratulations to Serena Williams for bringing home her 15th Grand Slam championship. Williams was on the brink of defeat before she battled back to win her 4th U.S. Open tournament of all time. Williams captured the title with a 6-2, 2-6, 7-5 victory against world number 1 Victoria Azarenka after being pushed to the edge by the 2012 Australian Open winner. Williams has now joined her older sister Venus and German tennis legend Steffi Graf as the only female players to win the Wimbledon Cup, the Olympics, and the U.S. Open in the same year. As many of you college football fans out there know, these past 2 years have been full of conference shakeups and realignments. The ACC saw the addition of Pittsburgh and Syracuse, the SEC welcomed Texas A&M and later on the Missouri Tigers, and other conferences including the Big East, Big Ten, and Pac-12 saw losses and additions of their own. But just recently, the ACC welcomed another storybook program to their ranks, as the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame are now full-time members, with the exception of football and hockey. The Fighting Irish became the ACC's 15th member and will begin playing 5 ACC foes a year at the start of the 2014-2015 season. When football season rolls around every year, most Wilmington students and residents turn to the Panthers, Redskins, and an assortment of other state college teams to get their pigskin fix. But what many don't know is that finding a football team to support come Saturday and Sunday is easier than looking in your own backyard. That's right, folks. Wilmington has its very own football team. The Wilmington Tigers are a semi-pro squad that plays in the Mason-Dixon Football League, which has a North and South division consisting of 12 teams spanning the East Coast. The Tigers are members of the Southern Division and with a record of 6-2 are just one game out of being tied for first. Earlier this week, I had the opportunity to attend the Tigers practice and speak to head coach Gilbert Wallace about the team. So let's head on over to the field. So Coach, for a lot of Wilmington students, students and faculty and staff, a lot of people don't know that much about the Tigers team. So just for those students who don't have that information, can you tell them about the team?
Yes, the Wilmington Tigers, we've been in existence for around 12 years now. We play in what's called the Mason-Dixon Football League. We play teams from the New Jersey area all the way down to little past Columbia, South Carolina, and Lexington. Again, the team has been around for around 12 years. I've only been involved with the team. This is my second year. Last year I was the defensive coach. This year I'm the head coach of the team. A lot of the players here we have guys that have been playing for 5 and 6 years easy. We have age range from 19-year-olds to 37-year-olds. We've had some success in the league. Went to the championship game in 2009, came up 3 points shy, and we've been fighting ever since then to get back to domination where we're trying to, what we're doing so far this year.
Sorry to hear about that loss, but I know that the team has been doing extremely well this season. They're 6-1 record. You're going into a matchup with another 6-1 team for possibly leg up in the conference. What do you attribute to this recent success that the guys have had?
Well, we've had a different dedication this year. So we had some changes on the offensive side. The defense, we're pretty much running the same, but we had a different approach on offense where we're trying to run the ball and not make turnovers.
Again, with the 6-1 record, I know hopes are high, morale must be at all-time high. Where do you see the team come the end of the season as far as playoffs and championships go?
Well, we're sitting at 6-1 now. We have 3 home games left. This week we play the Virginia Crusaders. This is the team we're tied with right now for first place. So basically the winner of this game will have the leg up in the division. So we're looking forward to winning this game. Next week we play the Fayetteville Rough Riders, who, again, another good team, but we've also beat them already. Then we'll finish the season against the Palmetto Hurricanes, which is actually the team that beat us, that gave us our only loss. So we're planning on finishing strong. So if we can finish 3-0, we should have home field advantage come the playoffs.
Well, Coach, good luck the rest of the season. Thank you for coming out.
All right, thank you.
All of us here at the sports staff would like to thank Coach Wallace and his team for their hospitality and wish them the best of luck for the remainder of the season. Turning now to our varsity sports, men's and women's cross country did extremely well at the 23rd Seahawk Invitational Cross Country Meet on Friday the 7th. Both Seahawk squads took second in their event, with each team posting several top 10 finishes. The men's team was led by freshman Dylan Skinner's sixth place finish at 16 minutes and 4 seconds, with junior John Reamer coming in 8th by mere seconds. The Lady Harriers, on the other hand, were paced by sophomore Rachel Quinn's 7th place finish at 18 minutes and 54 seconds. All in all, a great day for Seahawk cross country. Men's and women's soccer was also extremely busy these past 2 weeks as each team played host to their own invitational tournament. The Lady Seahawks kicked off the 2-week stretch with the UNCW Courtyard Marriott Wilmington Invitational, which saw Elon, Troy, and Campbell University come to town. The ladies' first match was on Friday the 7th against the Campbell Camels. Now let's head over to the highlight reel where our very own Luke Gainey has the plays.
Starting off tonight, we have Natalie Winslow as she passes the ball over to Stephanie Rose, the senior forward striker, and makes a nice goal. The Seahawks looking good here, showing off some long-range action as keeper Caitlin Hunter passes the ball down the field to Stephanie Rose, who then passes the ball off to Kim Carey to make a smashing goal on Campbell. A second attempt by Rose winds up just short of another goal for UNCW. Campbell's offense here showing some signs of life as sophomore forward Ashley Clark takes a shot at the goal, but just comes up short as our keeper Hunter blocks it very nicely. Another close attempt by Campbell as Caitlin Snyder breaks through the Seahawk defense for a failed attempt on goal. Rose, on the other hand, delivers her second goal of the night to put the Seahawks in a 3-0 lead. Campbell looks for a chance to turn the tide as sophomore forward Ashley Clark slips through the Seahawk formation to deliver a flying near miss. Midfielder Ali Mertez delivers the ball across field to Winslow, who smashes the ball towards the Campbell goal, only to be deflected by a dashing save. Late in the game, Meg Kaiser, the junior forward, makes a last attempt to give the Seahawks another point. Despite her near miss, the Seahawks go on to crush the Camels in a ground-shaking 3-0 lead.
Thanks, Luke. The Lady Seahawks would go on to defeat Troy University the following Sunday 4-0. UNCW controlled most of the match from start to finish, outshooting the Trojans 22-3. Junior midfielder Nicole Costa recorded 2 goals on the night as fellow midfielders Amanda Holmes and senior Kim Curry added scores as well. This gave UNCW the outright tournament title, and after a 1-0 road win the following Thursday against Coastal Carolina, marked the 4th win in a 5-game winning streak for the Lady Seahawks. The men's tournament, on the other hand, which hosted Appalachian State, St. Mary's College, and Binghamton University, had a much less desirable result for UNCW. The Seahawks lost 2 very close games against St. Mary's on Friday the 14th and again to Binghamton on the 16th. Let's head back over to Luke now for more information on the match against St. Mary's.
Thanks, Trey. Tonight's match will start off the Hilton Garden Inn Classic as our players will be competing against an unfamiliar yet very prominent team that comes all the way from Cali. St. Mary's College from Moraga, California was the West Coast Conference champion last year and even managed to make it to the quarterfinals in the NCAA. The Seahawks are up for a fierce competition tonight.
UNCW and St. Mary's ended up being a relatively equal match for one another. The Seahawks managed to have 6 shots on goal while the Californian Gales only managed to get off 4. But despite consummating fewer shots, St. Mary's managed to make one of those an actual goal. Seahawks goalie Brandon Bolton quickly learned from the Gales' tactics and managed to keep them at bay for the remainder of the game. UNCW had a great game against the defending West Coast Conference champions. The Seahawks and Gales were exceptionally matched for each other as both teams managed to pull off some impressive plays on each side of the ball. But despite an enduring and tenacious effort on part of the Seahawks, the West Coast gets the toast this time. This is Luke Gainey reporting for Seahawk Central Sports, Teal TV. Back to you, Trey.
Great work, Luke. The men's squad had a chance of redemption when they faced the Binghamton Bearcats the following Sunday, as they went into the final seconds of the match with a 2-2 tie. However, with the waning seconds of regulation, junior forward Jake Keegan scooped up a shot that had bounced off the crossbar, and with 2 seconds left in the game, buried a shot from 10 yards out to give the Bearcats a 3-2 victory. Freshman forward Colin Bonner had his first 2 goals of the season during the match and provided sparks for the Seahawk offense throughout the game. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for this week's episode of Seahawk Central Sports. Thanks for stopping by, and remember, whether it's on the field, by the courts, or at the track, I'm Trey Owings, and I'll see you at the game.